or he's so excited he wants to scream, but it's his radio broadcast training just prevented him yelling into the mic. Like, you ever listen to a live podcast where they get the feet off the board and it's just distortion?
Yeah.
I like Kevin Smith. I listened to his after I read his book, and I couldn't get through him because it's just him being like, "What's up?"
Oh my god!
Just redlining it.
Yeah.
Because I like a podcast for an intimate radio experience, like you're hanging out. I don't like it when they're playing to a crowd of like thousands and thousands, and that's just what you got to do in that situation. But usually, if it's live, let's skip next episode for me.
Yeah, exactly. Like when it just gets annoying sometimes, and I get it.
Yeah, if you're there, it's probably super exciting because they're playing for your for that situation, your enjoyment. Oh, who's this?
Oh yeah, I need a prescription. So for her, you know how there's those maps, right?
Yeah.
For her, there's this thing that looks like a blue map, and it's a prescription, and you take it to her, and then you can buy potions.
Oh, okay.
And what potions do is they just give you health.
So they're probably pretty strong stuff.
Yeah.
If you need a prescription for it.
They definitely help. Like as a kid, I never got them, and that's why I would have so much trouble later on.
Right.
But yeah, and essentially, they don't fully heal you. They work like a fairy, so they heal you like 6, I think.
60% or 6 hearts?
6 hearts. Oh. So
as long as you have half a heart, you can still shoot your sword, or did that just take effect because you healed up?
That took effect because I healed up. Yeah. So, where am I going? Yeah, I'm not going.
That guy in the water really looks like He-Man's Aqua friend or villain.
Yeah, he really does.
With the lipstick.
Oh my god.
And he also looks like the Brazilian wrestler. I don't know if you've ever played the 8-bit wrestling game called Pro Wrestling with Starman. And it was one of those ones with the awesome translation where after the match, it would say, "A winner is you."
That's amazing. I love when they mess up the translations.
Yeah, it's cute.
Yeah.
I know when they redid the like Final Fantasy ports. Oh, cool. For the DS or the Game Boy Advance, I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
And they fixed a lot of things and brought over the correct translation, but they kept a few of the original quirks that fans kind of fell in love with anyway. You have any interest in playing the Final Fantasy VII PC to PS4 port that is released now?
I'll play. Yeah, probably. I really do like Final Fantasy. I've never actually beaten one because I just don't have time.
I've never beaten one. I've gotten pretty far. Like I've gotten 2/3 of the way through a lot of them, and I think, all right, that's good.
No, it's great. And then I like to farm and make my guys super powerful, and then I'll get to a point where I'm like, okay. Well, I've played the hell out of this game, and now I just don't feel like playing it anymore.
And they're the kind of games that I think there's an expiry date where if you don't... Wow, nice dodge. Block dodge. If you wait, say, like a week, and then you come back to it, you're very disconnected with the story.
Yeah. No, completely. And you can't get back into it no matter how hard you try.
Yeah.
You have to restart. Have to start
over.
Yeah.
Yeah, 7 I never beat, but it still had a profound impact on me from one rental. I rented it for 1 week, and it just rocked my world because it was my first... I was a Sega Genesis kid, so I didn't really have many traditional RPGs like that.
Yeah, I was an N64 kid, so I'd always have to be at a friend's house.
Oh, then there were no RPGs on that, like no real RPGs.
No, they tried here and there, but a lot of them...
Did you play Goemon Mystical Ninja?
Dude, that game's amazing.
Yeah, and it's pretty funny, too.
Yeah.
They make a lot of mentions in that game that it's a video game.
All right, see here?
Oh,
never go for the potion. Don't ever take the potion.
What's the potion do?
It heals you.
Oh, just once?
Yeah.
That's like... Do you want to fish or do you want to learn how to fish?
Exactly, right? When I was a kid one time, I was always going for the hearts, and then I was like one time, you know what?
Get the potion?
I'm going to get the potion. Oh, you can use it. That was stupid.
Yeah. That makes no sense.
It's to trick you. It's to trick you if you don't know any better. But now
it's to
all
teach
of
you a lesson, really. Like that's a good lesson everybody needs to learn.
Yeah. They don't want to just give you a heart for going there. They're like, okay, well, you made it here. Now what you going to choose?
You want one cookie right now? Or do you want all the ingredients and the knowledge to make cookies for the rest of your life?
Exactly.
But you don't get a cookie right now. You have to make it.
Okay, where's this waterfall again?
I also heard that this song was made on one of the final days of production when they realized they needed one song.
And they just kind of went with this.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it was Koji Kondo who did this one or even Miyamoto, because it's simplistic enough that somebody could just hum this idea to somebody.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then they add those flourishes, like that little bass around there.
Exactly. Like once you have the little bits in, I'm just trying to See, here's the. Now I can get all the potions I want for a fee.
When you first saw it, did you think that was a little love letter to the old woman, or you think it's a picture of his wiener? Show this to that old woman.
I did not think that. No. I was like, what the hell is that? How can I use this piece of paper to attack things?
Oh, maybe if you encounter rock and you need to beat it with paper.
I think, can you bring out the paper? Can't remember.
Paper.
No, it does nothing.
Paper.
Oh, that's the coin game. Never play the coin game.
Why? I've never seen it.
Okay,
can we
you want to see the coin game?
If you can get through this maze event of
you
flying cupcakes.
You don't bother with those guys. Let's play money-making game.
Oh, yeah.
This teaches you a lesson on gambling. Because look, which coin should I choose? Maybe this one. It's only 10. Okay, bad example.
So rupee times -40.
All right, let's go back in.
But this is all just random, right?
Yeah. So where should I go? Which one?
Middle.
See?
Wait a second, rupee?
-40.
Oh, I see.
Right?
So there's no skill.
No, and the most you can do is double up. Sometimes they trick you in being like, oh, you got -10. Well, you could have got +50. I can get +50. I'll keep trying.
Oh.
And, yeah, so we really should have stopped when we were ahead there.
Yeah.
Because, I want to buy that ring. I need to get that ring so then I can feel powerful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like getting married.
Yeah. It makes you feel powerful getting married.
It's just... Oh, yeah. That's what everyone always says. They just walk around with this extra spring in their step, and they're like, just knowing that I'm going to be with that same person every day forever, and I can never be with anyone else. What power.
Exactly.
What limit
my buddy, he got married just last year. He's the happiest guy I know.
Yeah. I don't think it really changes anything.
No, it really doesn't.
If you're ever in a situation where you think, don't ever get married to improve your relationship.
No, definitely not. It's not going to help.
Yeah.
You're going to get divorced and then lose all your money.
Yeah.
Unless you marry up.
Yeah, sure, do that then. Yeah. Unless you're marrying up, then just go for it.
Yeah.
Sign that paper.
If you're the loser and not the bread maker, then yeah, sure.
Like Russell Brand marrying Katy Perry and the biggest year of her life.
Yeah.
If you're a celebrity and you are richer than you've ever been in your life, don't get married for another 5 years. Be like Lady Gaga. When Lady Gaga was on top of the world, she didn't have sex. She's like, people want to steal your life force. I'm not going to let them steal my life force.
Now
She just went around all pent up with frustration. So
have you seen her in what's that show? American Horror Story?
No.
Oh, buddy. Yes.
She's good actress?
Yeah. Well, I mean, the part that she's playing is really sexy. I don't know if she's a good actress or not, but yeah.
Master using it, and you can have this.
Yeah. Now my sword is white.
Is it longer? Is it more powerful?
It does more damage.
Is this the Master Sword?
No, this is the steel sword, I think.
Oh, okay. What did you have before?
Wood sword.
Wood, was it?
That was wood.
Oh, so different enemies can feel damage from this now?
Yeah. So this guy... Oh.
You don't have much time.
Dude.
Oh, my God.
Right? Before he would take 4 hits or 2 hits or...
Oh, wow.
Something. I would never mess with him. But now you can mess with him all you want. Except for these rolling boulders. Just run away from them.
Speaking of getting a weapon and backtracking, Chris, other Game Thing Talk guy, he loves original Metroid. And he's never played Castlevania Symphony of the Night. You ever played that one?
No, I've stuck to... Which one was it? The first one. I just played the hell out of the first one, and no other ones compared, really.
Yeah, Symphony of the Night's a little different, but Symphony of the Night was basically Super Metroid, but beautiful hand-drawn animation with orchestral / heavy metal hybrid, beautiful CD music.
Oh, yeah.
And in fluid, beautiful, but like a Super Metroid where you ran around a castle and backtracking, went and got more powerful, and then when you'd come back to enemies like this, you just slaughter them.
Okay.
But it was an interesting game because at the time everybody was like 3D, yeah, everything's got to be 3D with these minimal textures we can manage on like the ugly sort of PlayStation N64 era. So to make Symphony of the Night hand-drawn 2D, everybody thought, well, that's a stupid idea.
Did you play as Alucard in that one? Sorry.
Yeah, Alucard, yeah.
Yeah, Dracula backwards.
Although in the, and it's still like a beautiful sounding name. Yeah, man, it's a gorgeous game. We should do a playthrough of that sometime.
Yeah, I'd be down. I like Castlevania.
Wonderful.
They are a great series of games, punishing, but still not boring to play.
Yeah, exactly. This game holds up big time. It is gorgeous because hand-drawn 2D games they're like really a thing of the past because of the amount of money it costs to get a real artist to draw something like that. Now it's a lot easier to make a model and then attach a skeleton underneath it you can maneuver around in any situation. But you don't get that hand-drawn sort of animation and that fluidity because every frame has to be drawn.
Oh, really?
Yeah, for something like that. So like Street Fighter.
So I was gonna say, like a lot of the graphics designers, they do have a big sketchbook of everything that they were doing.
Yeah, they'll draw it, and they'll draw they do basically like a polygonal model.
Yeah.
And then they attach a wireframe underneath it, and then it moves and maneuvers. Kind of like a CG animation would be. Okay. Or like a polygon would be. So when you see like the Castlevania games on like the Game Boy Advanced, which were really good too, they call that like a 2.5D. So it's like 2D side-scrolling, but the actual models are sort of 3D models.
So would that be like Donkey Kong was 2.5D? Because the background was 3D?
Yeah, the background is 3D, and I think the models, well, I'm actually ignorant to that. I'm not sure if the Donkey Kong models were like 3D that stayed static or whether they're individually animated.
If there was something like a canister like that was on fire, you could definitely tell that had depth to it.
Sure.
You know?
Well, that was in the era of doing pre-rendered backgrounds and then having these polygon guys over it, like Resident Evil, Final Fantasy VII. It was like a beautiful oil painting in the background, and then you had these
really terrible looking
polygons over top.
Yeah.
I think it still looks pretty cool. Final Fantasy VII is a good one of how they mix and matched a lot of like CG pre-rendered backgrounds and 2D sprites. No, sorry, 3D polygons over top.
Yeah.
And they would really they were pretty experimental with how they integrated all that together. Like this game is obviously every frame has been individually drawn. There's only a few of them.
Okay, I gotta find the candle before I do this. I can't remember the exact map, and that's just gonna piss me off.
Okay.
Yeah.
These guys look pretty happy too.
Anyway. What?
These guys look pretty happy too.
Right? A lot of stuff in this game looks happy.
And then you go in and murder them.
Yeah. The bats look evil.
Yeah, they do. Because they look like upside down smiles.
Or they're Kotos or whatever. They have a weird name. Remember that.
Yeah, my brother is he's in jail.
Oh yeah, this is hilarious.
And he was allowed to bring like one system. But
not the fact that he's in jail. Sorry, not the fact that he's in jail is hilarious.
Oh yeah,
but
he's a troublemaker.
Yeah.
He deserves to be in jail. You commit crimes, you go to jail. Got away with a lot of them, so it's only a matter of time.
Right.
So he's going to go to jail for like a year or two, and they don't let you bring in anything with a memory card because they're like really strict about what you bring into jail, obviously, because you can do certain things with it. So everyone's allowed to just bring in cartridge systems. And what he should have brought was an original Nintendo or a Super Nintendo, but he brought an N64. And
that's a good choice still.
That's what I thought too, because I thought, well, it's got like I would just play Mario 64 and Zelda and Majora's Mask.
Are they not allowed to play GoldenEye?
No, I can play GoldenEye. It's not like they don't want you to play anything. It's a bad influence.
Right.
Only good things now. But he would call me like every day because Zelda Ocarina of Time is actually not a very intuitive game, and he doesn't have the patience for it.
Isn't it though? I mean, you just had to talk to people.
Yeah, that's true. I'm kind of cutting him a bit of slack. He likes reflex. He likes adrenaline and reflex and high energy situations.
Yeah.
Where Zelda's more like a meditative, let's think about this and let's try this. So I have to like read up these gameplay guides where some like super fan knows the name of every single item and he's trying to explain to me. So he's like, yeah, so there's like this effing skeleton guy jumping around. And I'm like, all right, I don't know what that is, but It says here you go past the Kokura.
Yeah.
Did you get past the Womplebee yet? There's 3 of them. And I'm just reading text because he's missed some key along the way and he's got to go all the way back. Yeah, going every single day to try to get through that. And I kept telling him, after every conversation, I'd be like, just wait till you get to the water temple.
Yeah.
You just wait.
Has he gotten to the water temple yet?
Yeah, he did. He got up to like the light temple or shadow, and then he just they put him on methadone.
Oh.
And that actually makes him like really tired, and now he like doesn't have the energy for it anymore.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's not playing video games anymore. Now he's just like a TV guy, just kind of zonked out. I was almost like in a small way jealous of the fact like, oh, you just get to chill out and play video games for a year. I'd clear my backlog, man.
Yeah,
be nice.
very easily. I might actually pick up Dark Souls in that situation.
Sure, yeah. What patience?
Ah! Why am I sucking right now?
What happened with that ladder? Why'd that ladder appear?
Because I got it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, it's this room.
You don't need the map?
Nope. I couldn't get it from that room.
There aren't really that many great games on an N64.
There's some good ones. I mean, he
I'd
probably
say-
wouldn't
I'd
like
say
the
there's-
Banjo-Kazooie. Right? He'd just be like, what the hell is this?
You know, in that instance, I would complete that game. Just every day, go pick up some triangle cubes.
You know, I actually played Banjo-Tooie before I played Banjo-Kazooie.
Oh, that was your gateway drug. How did you like
Yeah.
Banjo-Tooie?
It was alright. I really liked all the mini games and the shooter aspect that they had in it. They had a lot of like cool side stuff.
Rare was really creative that way.
Yeah.
Especially
Were
at Conker's Bad Fur Day having like the
Demon?
the Normandy Beach scene, and
Oh yeah.
they were super creative.
Why did I do that?
Oh.
I was going in there blind.
So, could you bring something along the way that would help you, like health potions?
Yeah, I could.
Can you farm hearts in this game?
Yep.
Okay.
I could do that too. Actually, now that I have the ladder, let's go get some more hearts.
Okay.
Let's go find some hearts. They're all over the place.
God, there's no rest in this game. Like every screen is just filled with killers.
Yes and no.
The old man village? No, he was even surrounded by baddies.
Oh, let's see if she'll give me actually a free potion my first time. I can't remember.
Oh yes, that's her gateway drug. Get you hooked.
Yeah.
Here's some
Oh,
morphine.
this is what it does? I need more of that.
Hey.
See how she's silent? And you give her the love letter. Oh, buy medicine. Oh, I no medicine.
What are you gonna spend it on?
A coin that makes me take half damage, or a ring that makes me take half
See,
damage.
that's your long-term thinking.
Yeah,
You don't want a quick hit. You want to get stronger.
exactly. I mean, I can already take on these guys pretty simply, and then I need some health. There we go.
Holy moly.
How you doing, fairy?
Oh, this is a nice place. If only you could fish there.
Right? There was no need to fish in this game. Oh! Okay.
Cool
Well,
if you
now
could
I'm going
fish
to
and
kill all
eat
you.
the fish.
See, this is the great thing about having a fairy right by. Is
Yeah.
You can just not care, just go right into their face, and then be like, I want my magic sword back. Kill me again.
Nice.
Boom. Now, as a kid, I used to actually farm this little area. I would go here, and then here, kill all these guys. Oh, okay. And go up here. Yeah, I mean, that might make a difference, but go up here.
I just rotated the screen towards story. I think being on the right angle with these games is pretty important.
See, I
These
guess.
games are very, very precise.
Yeah. Okay, you're really annoying. Not you, this guy.
Oh!
See, now I'm going to show you what I want to buy, so then you'll stop being like, why don't you go do this?
Okay, you show me.
See that ring? Right here?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes you take, everything does half damage to you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How long would it take to build up for that?
Well, we haven't spent really any of our money, and we have 155.
So a little bit longer.
Yeah, and I can't remember where the secret coin things are.
Mm-hmm.
I think you need a candlestick to get them.
Okay.
Too. And I mean, the candlestick might help because we are in a dark area.
Mhm.
But at the same time, I grew up with accountants, So,
Yeah.
yeah. Kind of got that. Safe for the long term.
If every 5 years you look back at the last 5 years and you think about all the money how rich you would be if you put just a little bit into it. It's really about putting it away before you spend it. If you go into the mentality that I'm just going to save whatever's left over, there will be nothing left over.
No. Well, especially with our kind of hobbies, right? Like, they're expensive hobbies.
They are. I have like this year has been a really crazy one for me. I've gotten into writing and doing game stuff, and I have a significantly less amount of money than I've ever had before, so I've had to learn to be a real cheap gamer. So I'm like buying games when I can get them at a good price. I'm selling them before they drop down again, so I can sort of cycle through and still get to play, most of the big releases of the year.
That's actually what I did with Destiny.
Okay.
Because when that first came out, I just bought it without the season pass or anything like that. And So what I actually did is I bought the game without the season pass, and I traded it in once I was done with it, once the other content was starting to come out.
Right.
And so I got like $40 back for it when I spent $60 on it, and then it came out with like a deal for like $80 or something.
How did you get $40 for it?
Because I traded it back into
right at the store, really?
Yeah. Just $40. I mean, I was.
So you trade into the game store and they give you $40 on it? Is
Yeah.
it still in demand?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I do. Is like if it's not a game that I really care about, then yeah, I trade it in once I've had my fun with it. I was running some stuff, and that game too, you got to play with like a bunch of people to get a raid going.
That game's all about momentum and the time.
Yeah, and I felt like it was trying to be Borderlands without being Borderlands. So I traded it in, got some good coin back for it, and then once all the other content was coming out, like the new Taken King expansion, there was this good deal going on where it was like
crazy good deal.
$60 for all 3
everything.
DLCs.
Yeah.
So where people had to spend like $120 for the game and the season pass, and then another $40 for Taken King, I just spent, $120 altogether.
Yeah, but you already sold and got the $40 back.
Yeah.
So you spent $20 the first time, and then you spent the $50. So you spent $70, which is less than buying any of them new at one time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the way to go. I mean, if I have like more income coming in, I don't care as much. But I find with video games, you have this huge backlog of games you should get to play. So if there's a game you really want to play, but you don't want to spend top dollar on it, like in Canada, it's $90 for the game, brand new, or you could just go back and play Final Fantasy IV.
Yeah.
Did you ever beat that? You ever play Chrono Trigger? You ever play Earthbound?
Oh, Earthbound. I love how they're bringing back Earthbound.
Yeah, just think, go to that list, beat one of those games, and then by the time it's ready for you to play Fallout or something, then it's like $20 off, $30 off, or whatever.
We should revisit Fallout as well with the
sure.
character that I was talking about.
Yeah, the melee character.
Yeah.
I love that. I love your idea of gaming the system, but I think Bethesda loves that too.
Oh, that's what they want. Or making the buildings that are all floating, like having nothing but floating buildings.
I just talked to a random dude at a coffee shop, and he was talking about Fallout, and all he's done is spend time with the settlements.
Really?
It's just that hooked him.
Yep. And they look terribly awesome. There's nothing amazing about them.
That's actually a good way to describe Bethesda. They're terribly awesome.
Yeah. Like there's nothing graphically pushing about it or anything, but it's just it looks so bad it's good. It's like what was that director that did
Uwe Boll?
Uwe Boll. Oh man, isn't that guy the guy who made Postal?
I think so.
He's a German director.
Yeah, German guy.
Yeah. Oh.
Everybody hates him.
No, John Carpenter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was thinking Big Trouble in Little China.
Right.
One of my favorite movies, but it's terrible, and I don't think Kurt Russell was given a script.
Did you show me that super cut?
Yeah.
Of him ask
so
all 250 times he asks like what's going on. His character has no idea at all.
The only time he actually must have seen a script is when he's acting like the creepy guy going to a burlesque. I was like, oh.
No, that was just real footage.
Yeah, that was just him like, oh, this is where I get to go now.
Finally, I get a break.
Oh.
China. Filming on location. Time for Kurt to
I'm looking for the girl with green eyes.
Yeah.
Is that what she had? Was it the green eyes?
I don't know.
One of my favorite scenes in that whole movie is when she's being kidnapped. Her face, classic.
I've seen that kidnap face before. I love that face. I live for it.
It's so good.
And they die for it.
Oh, no, kidnapping's not cool. But, you know, that face. It's so dim-witted. It's amazing.
Is this like dumb shock?
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to explain. It was just an all-around, like, terrible
Like C-3PO getting carried around on Chewbacca's back.
Yeah.
He's kind of happy about it, but not really. He doesn't know what to think at all.
You know, I want a pair of those sunglasses, though, that look like the Lucky Kitty sunglasses.
In Big Trouble Little China?
Yeah, that the one guy has that pulls out the knife. Like, hey, where'd you get that? He had it in his pocket. It's a knife.
Well, I don't know. I mean, those sunglasses look great, but you might need to have the knife with it, too, to get the full effect.
The what?
The knife.
The knife.
Yeah, didn't you say he pulls out a knife?
Yeah.
I've never seen this. I'm going off what you're saying right now.
Yeah. Exactly. You've never seen Big Trouble in Little China?
No.
What?
No.
Man, it's like a rite of passage kind of
I
movie.
saw the version that the Chinese government edited.
What?
It's called Big China, Little Trouble. No trouble at all. You didn't see any trouble at all. China's great.
China's great.
Yeah, that's the one I saw. It was on an airplane flying out of China.
Yeah.
Except when you think you're flying out of China and they just fly you to this other place and they've decorated it to look like another country. You're back in China now.
Yeah.
Don't go anywhere else.
Just stay in China all times.
Communist regime over there.
I mean, they're not that bad of people.
Oh, I'm not saying they're bad people, but you know, their government and legality and freedom is not as loose as ours.
No.
Or most.
Not at all. All right, where was I? Have I done World 4 yet? Have I beaten level 3 yet?
The last one you beat was level 3.
Right. I had that epic one-hit shot.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Can we just put that on a replay at one point?
Yeah,
Like,
at the end. At the
yeah,
end, I'll just loop it.
there
Make a
we go.
GIF out of it or something.
boom.
You say GIF or GIF?
GIF?
GIF.
Yeah.
Guess, like, if you're going to pronounce it like giraffe,
Is it a GIF? I don't know how to...
it's one of those words that you've seen written a million times, like meme.
Yeah.
Or meme. That's
Meme.
the funniest meme.
Yeah, I had no idea it was meme. Or when hashtag was a thing, became a thing, I always thought that was a pound sign. So I went to school for radio broadcasting, which was a great waste of money.
It's coming in handy now. Your voice is coming through sultry and smooth.
Exactly, because I didn't naturally have this voice. I had to work on it.
Yeah, Tori's actually an 8-year-old girl and somehow pulls off this voice.
It's crazy. You know, it was through the training and listening to a lot of broadcasters growing up. Yeah. And I've drank in a lot of Jack Daniels.
At 8 years old, wow.
At 8 years old. My parents are very liberal.
They're definitely not under the Chinese communist regime.
Definitely not. We live in Canada. What was I saying? I don't know.
You went to radio broadcast school.
Oh, right. And
That's like, what, 10 grand for a year?
Yeah, something like that.
And it's only a year, right?
2-year
years?
program. You got to be on air. I was on a pop radio station. Me and my other buddy, who are both into punk, and yeah, it was a pretty fun time.
What did you troublemakers do?
Right? We did nothing wrong.
You didn't slam. I thought you told me some story about you guys going up and doing plosives, doing the pa-pa-pas.
Doing the what?
You know, if you don't have a windscreen over your microphone and you hit a hard P,
Yeah.
you get that awful sound. I remember you telling me something about doing that in a class, and I just thought, why would he do that? What a punk.
No, yeah, that's what we did to piss off
What a
our
sound
program
punk.
director was
Like the Sonic
Just-
Youth of radio broadcasters. Just noise, man. Oh.
just have all the sound effects.
Is that in Swahili?
What's Swahili?
I don't know. With that, like
Is that a
one of the
language?
African languages in South Africa. Where
Oh,
they speak with the
man,
clicks.
I want to name one of my kids with an exclamation point in their name. Just so I
David.
can... No, so it's like, David.
Oh, is that how they write that?
Yeah, that's an exclamation point. If you see an exclamation point in someone's name, it's, you know?
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Thanks for that knowledge.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Look, I'm learning so much watching you play this game.
Exactly.
That last thing you said. For an 8-year-old girl, you are extremely... How did you get into broadcast school at 8?
Oh, man.
And it was a 2-year program, so that means you started at 6.
Yeah, exactly. I'm the smart one.
How come you don't take the map, smart one?
How come I don't what?
Take the map.
Take the math.
Map, yeah.
Meth?
Map.
Maths.
I'm trying not to pronounce my P. Maybe you can't hear me.
Yeah, I can't hear you. It's not popping enough.
The paper with directions on it.
Or sorry, I'm trying to deal with these bats that are called bats, kotos or korwamis or I don't know. There's the book when you need it. What does this door do?
Wow. Oh, those guys got you last time. They turned you into a little cake.
Yeah, I got a heart. Now, see what these guys do.
Can you not hit the magical snowflakes?
No, you can't do anything to them. And they're pacifists. They're so passive, they don't want you fighting.
I think they were animated extremely well with, like, being a perfect circle, no sharp edges.
Right?
Like if you got hit by a giant bouncy ball, it doesn't hurt. Like, it pushes you. It can block your path, but it doesn't hurt.
Oh, man. We went to, what was that place in Quebec City near the Chanteau Frontenac?
No idea.
It's all wood, like a wooden kind of platform area.
Platform area?
Yeah.
You have to jump from platform to platform?
Yeah, it's like damn it, I can't remember what it's called, but we went there in grade 8 for a school trip, and they had one of those bouncy ball dispensers there. Uh-huh. And we spent me and my buddies grabbed 20 of these things each.
You spent your dad's entire salary for the month. He had no idea.
Yeah, on these little bouncing balls, and we just started bouncing them all over the place on these wooden planks.
Just set them free?
I just started throwing them around, and it was pretty busy. It's like a tourist kind of attraction thing.
That's amazing.
And we would just people would chase them around, and there was one point a lady's reading, and my buddy's chasing it, and it takes a weird bounce, and he's like, oh God! And it goes right between where the lady's reading, so she's got her book and in between the book and her face, and she just acts like nothing's happening, and my buddy goes to dive for it, but it goes into the water. It was a good time.
She's just unfeeling.
Yeah.
Or maybe it was a really good book.
Maybe. I wonder what it was.
It's probably The Art of Staying Zen. That would be great to take 500 bouncy balls and just chuck them down the busy street.
Right?
Those the super bouncy balls.
It's so much fun.
Walk into the waterfall.
Remember the waterfall?
Nope.
You don't remember the waterfall? It was right by where I got this sword, actually.
Oh, of course. Right by where you got the sword.
You don't remember where that is, do you?
It all kind of looks the same, you mean.
Oh, how do I get through this map? Where is the walk? Come on.
Yeah, and it's a good thing this song is so good.
There we go.
Excellent.
See, I really should have bought a candlestick, but... Oh! Okay.
Luck.
You
want me to look up a map?
Oh, I know this one.
Yes.
I just had to feel it. I just had to feel it out. Be like feisty and feel it all.
That's an interesting noise.
That means the monster is really close. Yeah.
Oh, that's a cool audio
Can't
cue.
remember
like
if this is the three-headed dragon. I'm screwed right now.
Yeah, 2 hearts.
Yeah.
And these guys aren't giving it up.
Oh, but
instead of giving you hearts for your troubles, they turn into bats.
Yep. I need to get the magic sword so then I can really mess these guys up and not have to deal with their bat stuff.
Well, you had 8 bombs. Would that help with the 3-headed dragon?
I don't know.
Man, this game is super stingy with health.
Yeah, no, they don't. It's not a hand-holding kind of game.
Oh, I guess that kept the length going.
Come on. What are you? Yeah, you're that son of a...
All right, the moment of truth.
Right.
Oh.
It's still going to be...
Oh, those are cool graphics. It looks like Vector Man.
Oh, okay. How am I going to do this?
Nice.
Nope, did nothing.
Nope? Okay. It was impressive.
Okay, so I got 2 seconds between each one. Nope, not enough time.
Oh.
Definitely need more hearts for that.
Yeah.
Oh, this one's so hard. Let's go to World 5.
Yeah, 5 is easier than 4?
Yeah, from what I remember.
Now, is 4 a secret temple?
Nope. You have to do each one.
Okay. It just makes that secret sound every time you go past it.
Yeah, it's just using the raft. It likes to make you feel special.
That's the sea shanty song?
Yeah.
I always liked in some of the Zelda games when you finish Ocarina, what I know the most about, just talk endlessly about, like an obsessive freak. It's the only one I know.
Well, it was a great Zelda.
It was a great Zelda. And it just came out at the perfect time. 1998, greatest year in video gaming for, I'd say, my generation.
Was it?
Half-Life, Metal Gear Solid, Ocarina of Time, and well, I mean, that's good enough right there.
You know, I was looking at the year I was born, and it had a great year for video games.
What are you, 87?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when Nintendo really started, like...
That was Metroid.
Oh, my God.
Zelda, like this game right here. I think Mario Brothers 3, maybe?
It might have been Mario 1 or 2 at the time. I think Mario 3 might have been closer to 1990.
Mario 1 was 84.
No way, really?
Yeah.
Dear Lord.
Yeah.
They were magical wizards.
Hmm?
They were magical wizards.
Yeah, man.
So 87 put out these games that are still... We're still using a lot of that same format. Well, at least Nintendo is.
I don't care what you have to say, old lady.
What if she has an awesome tip?
Yeah.
Sure. Oh, you're so close. You only need 250, right?
Yeah.
I say farm it, man.
Really? Should I farm it?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, there's one.
One.
Yeah.
Are there any that are 5?
Yeah. The blue ones are 5.
Excellent.
Go.
Oh, you're almost there.
Now, if I bought
Especially
a
if you got this
candlestick, I
sword.
could find ones that are more than... Oh, okay.
Right. Do you need a candlestick for...
Oh!
Do you need a candlestick for the that temple that we're in? Would that help you conserve life? How long does a candlestick last for?
Once you use it, it lasts the entire time you're in that room.
Oh, I hate using consumables in games. If it doesn't last long, like if you just use it once and then it's over.
Oh, no, it's not a consumable. Like, you can keep using it.
Oh.
Each room you go into. It's just that, yeah, so, like, you
So he has, like, an unlimited supply of matches.
Yeah, essentially.
And it never... And wax, obviously.
Yeah, and the red candlestick you can use over and over and over again in a room. So you can use that as, like, a weapon and be like, take my flame. But that is not the case right now. It's only the blue candlestick. Which, I don't know, it's weird, because blue enemies are stronger, I think. And then red items are stronger. Oh no, that's bull, because blue boomerang. I don't have the blue boomerang. I forgot about the blue boomerang.
Okay.
Oh, that was stupid of me. Okay, so remember, see that ghost up at the top?
Yeah.
Okay, keep an eye on him for me.
Okay.
Alright, I'll keep an eye on him myself.
Oh, you want me to tell you where he's going?
He's the only one you can kill, and then however many of these you spawn... Oh, where did he go? Oh, I lost him.
Oh. So you want, like, a constant update?
Kinda.
Left. He's at the top left. Now he's over at the left, down to the bottom left. He's coming up. He's the furthest left.
Furthest left?
He's the furthest top left.
Really?
Yeah, and he's the furthest top left now. Now he's the furthest top middle. Now he's in the middle. Hey! All right.
Heard.
Yeah, this game, there's nothing easy in this game. He is the one. Well, you have unlimited lives, right? Like, you just keep continuing.
It's just really annoying to go back to this.
Hey! Oh, so close.
Okay.
Did you
One
collect-
more
did you
round
collect
of
that heart?
ghosts. What's that?
Did you collect that heart?
Yep. 4 should be fine. Oh, so close.
Yeah, I can taste it.
Okay, by the time I get to where I get the ring, I'll have enough.
Okay.
And I'm not going to bother with those guys.
No, the chicken minotaurs? Whoa.
They will mess you up.
It doesn't do that Metroid thing where it follows you into the next screen.
Oh, yeah. Do they do
these
that,
guys are pretty
Metroid?
powerful. Yeah, if you opened up one of those bubble doors,
Yeah?
an enemy would follow through with you as you went to the next screen.
Really?
Yeah,
Huh.
and they hurt you every time.
Yeah, that makes sense. Metroid is very unforgiving.
Yeah, very, very.
Like a lot of Nintendo games. Mess around.
And that was part of the enjoyment, was like unlocking it. They were all a puzzle in a way.
Yeah. Like, except for the Marios.
Yeah,
obviously,
that immediately came to mind when I said that.
But even then, Mario 3 had a lot of
did.
depth to it.
Yeah, where like that fortress was kind of the ghost house of its time. Those fortresses were a pain in the ass because you don't get anything except you break down the lock.
Yeah.
So if you have to continue on that world, you save a bit of time with a tube, which is a nice little thing. But I think the risk of death and having to figure out the puzzle, like they're such challenging levels.
Now, we were talking about this earlier off mic about how as a kid you always used the warp whistle and never played these certain levels.
Yeah.
But I can't remember if it's World 4. Yeah, World
Big
4,
land.
you could actually go around with a bow, right?
World
or
3.
World 3. And you could, or World 6, I think it was, where you would get the Hammer Bros power up.
Yeah. 6 and I think 5 and 6 and 7 started giving out Hammer Brothers power-ups.
Yeah, but only in like these secret rooms. You wouldn't be able to pick them up.
Yeah, it was pretty rare. You had to get it in the Mushroom House, and it was unpredictable.
Yeah.
In Super Mario All Stars, they started handing them out guaranteed at certain mushroom houses.
Oh, okay. I didn't know
I didn't realize that hammer suit, it can knock out anything, like ghosts and what's his name, Thwomp, whatever the big square head guy that tries to
breaks
crush
the game,
you.
man. Or the Takiko suit. I didn't know you could turn into a statue for the longest time.
Yeah, that's super helpful when you're on an airship and the. Oh yeah.
There we go. I got the blue suit on. Still gonna die.
So this is the half damage one?
Yeah.
Oh my god, look at how far you've been getting on just that one health bar.
Okay.
That would be a real jerk move if all the hearts that you took gave you half health power too.
Just everything's worth health.
Fair's fair.
You want to gain something in this game?
You must pay.
It's in World 2. I don't need the blue.
What does the blue boomerang do? It's just more powerful?
Yeah, I can go all the way.
But it still just stuns, it doesn't kill?
Yeah.
That kind of makes sense because it's made out of wood. Although the wooden sword was killing, but it was piercing, I guess.
I mean, just slash and piercing. You're giving people a lot of slivers with the wooden sword.
Owie, 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 I quit.
Yeah. It's a damage over time thing.
It's like, this is all like the South Park Stick of Truth. This is just people playing. So they're just using wooden swords and, I got something in my eye. I'm quitting. I'm going home. That's why it looks like it's in people's backyards and basements.
Why'd you poke me in the eye? Man, that's not cool.
Time out.
Yeah, I don't even have a map on this. Man, what have I been doing?
You've just been going on instinct.
Yeah.
Maintaining a full conversation.
Yeah, not even thinking about how I should properly be playing this game.
Oh, he looks like he's about to go to sleep. He's got a little sleeping cap on.
Right? He always does, though.
Oh, excellent.
You know when the game just kind of forgives you and is like, all right, we'll go this way.
Yeah. It's a nice lucky stroke.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Oh.
Nice. Oh, yeah.
When you're on that ladder, the enemies can't get you. If they're not flying enemies.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
This game is genius.
Right? Okay.
So you weren't big on Link to the Past either, as in you just don't have very much experience with it.
Like I've been told it's a great game and I would play it. It's just, never really.
It'd be interesting for us to go through it and play not knowing anything and trying to figure it out as newbies to it.
Yeah. I feel like it would take a long time.
Yeah, it really would.
You know, I'm okay with it.
But it's the sense of discovery.
That's what this game's all about, really.
And just like puzzles and trying and thinking outside the box.
Yeah. And
that's why video games make you smarter.
Right. Pattern inducing.
That's why surgeons that play video games make less mistakes.
Really?
Yeah.
I could see it.
Seriously.
They actually had this was it Xbox that they were using to train surgeons?
No way, really?
Yeah. Like with the Kinect.
Oh. That's what some people are talking about with VR. The educational aspects of it. They showed a bunch of VR games at the PSX conference today. And they actually had a huge technical problem. They had two important guys talking about VR. And they wanted to have this match where they were both standing on these platforms. They were going to throw discs at each other. And the main guy who's presenting it, his hands didn't work. So his character was kind of like gimped up. Gimped up is a terrible word. His character was sort of, you know when you kill a daddy long legs, the spider, and their arms kind of curl in? He looked like that. So his character sort of glitching out. Like, you could tell they were just doing it live, obviously. And but he still managed to, like, show the presentation and show what it was all about. They're saying that the biggest thing about it is that unless you experience it, it's really hard to really get the sense of it. He was standing on a platform 10 feet up, and if you're watching it on a screen, it looks like no big deal, but he's saying you actually get the sense that you're 10 feet up, and if you had a fear of heights, this would be a problem. But one of the really interesting games they showed was, I think it's a new Ace Combat game. It's like a jet fighter game. Now that's perfect. Put yourself in a jet and fly around first person where your brain thinks this is real. Well, that's what I want to play.
My favorite was at Palladium. They used to have this game. I don't know if they still have it, where it was like a mech suit kind of thing.
Oh.
And you would get into
like
the
a
cockpit.
pod.
What's that?
It was like a pod, right?
Yeah. All right, screw
I
this.
played that one. And it would be sort of multiplayer with like 10 or 12 people. Nice job, Tori.
Yeah, once you get that ring, you just...
I did it at a place like that too, and it would be like a big setup multiplayer game. That was awesome.
This was a lot of fun. Yeah, it would be like 8 people, and you're just running around in this mech, and you actually had like the 2 throttles, and great.
Yeah, which it's funny because it's this arcade experience where it's supposed to be more intuitive, and they give you all these like serious mech controls, like Steel Battalion when it had that $250 controller that had 30 buttons on it, and even like an on-off switch and stuff.
Was that like an Armored Core kind of game? Is that what Steel Battalion?
Yeah, it was like a mech game controlling tanks. Armored Core is a great game.
Yeah.
Made by From Software, your favorite developer.
Oh, did they make that?
Oh yeah.
I hate that game. No, man. Like, I mean, they just have been making terrible games recently.
Oh my god. I think it's just because it's a very specific game. It's a very divisive game.
Yeah.
Demon Souls, Dark Souls being, and Bloodborne.
I mean, I don't know. I feel cheated whenever I play that. I wish they... Okay, see how this game we said is fair? Dark Souls just seems like it's unfair against you constantly. Like, you fall downstairs, it hurts you. I kick skeletons off the stairs, it seems like it did nothing to them. Come on, man. I just used your world to break the game, and you won't let me do it.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, I would agree.
It pissed me off. It was just something little like that can make or break a game for me.
See, I never had that instance where, I guess I played more Bloodborne, and I never really tried kicking somebody down, say, 20 feet.
Yeah.
But there's definitely, if they fall off, they die. But an instance that kind of reminds me of that is that you can kind of glitch your sword through gates or almost through walls and attack people, where you probably shouldn't have been able to hit them, but the enemy can do the same. So they keep that back and forth. But I see what you mean. It would be a nice touch if they took the same fall damage you did.
Yeah.
But if they're like animated by powers of the undead, then maybe they wouldn't feel that pain. They would just keep going.
Oh, don't give me...
But it's not a pain. I guess it'd be more like a broken limb. It should stop them from moving.
Yeah, you should be able to dislocate the bones from them. And in that case, like, I don't know why bludgeon damage doesn't do more to skeletons. Like, how have they not gotten that into games yet?
What damage?
Bludgeon.
Oh, yeah.
Using clubs or something. You could mess up a skeleton. You know, how would a sword hurt bone? You know?
Yeah, that's true.
Like, if they started adding something like that, I think that'd be kind of cool. You know, but they do all this stuff where it's like, oh, it's so hard, so realistic, you can really feel like you're medieval, and then they don't incorporate something that simple.
Yeah, I see what you mean. That is actually a pretty simplistic one that a lot of games forget about, is really treating skeletons like they would actually be.
Like just a husk of nothing. Or like mummies. Use fire against them. And boom, you can mess up a mummy.
Maybe try Bloodborne sometime. It's a lot faster paced.
I've tried Bloodborne. I told you about that.
Oh,
Remember
I thought it was just Dark Souls. I remember, I thought you were talking about Battleborn.
Because I told my buddy that I don't like Dark Souls. He's like, you gotta try Bloodborne. It's so much better. And then I went against the boss, and it was just like, dodge, poke, take off a sliver, dodge. And I'm looking at him like, I could do this all night and probably beat this, but I don't want to. I'd rather see these guys. Yeah, dodge, possibly attack them, but they die quicker.
Right. I see what you mean. It's like, okay, game, I've proven to you that I can beat this formula. I don't want to do it 150 times.
Yeah.
Like, let's move on to the next thing. But that's the thing with video games and any kind of media is it's sometimes it's just not for you.
Well,
you know?
see, that room right there, I guarantee you wouldn't be able to beat that room as quickly as I did.
Right now? No, definitely not.
Because you have to put the bombs right into their mouth, right? You gotta
Is that what
have,
you're doing?
Yeah.
To the mouth?
Yeah, right into the mouth.
Oh.
Yeah. You can't just
because they have to walk into it.
Yeah, and they have to eat it, so it hurts them from the inside, right? You can't just place the bomb and then hit them.
Okay.
I've taken a little bit of time to practice that, but I figured out the formula. Now I can kill them in 2 hits, right? Rather than having to go back and forth and get the bombs. I didn't feel like Battleborn had that same kind of idea where it's like you have to figure it out, but once you figure it out, you still have to do it the amount of time it would take somebody to learn it, to learn the idea of it.
Well, it's definitely faster than somebody learning, but I see what you mean, that if you've proven the concept, it's like if I give somebody a math test and I wanted them to prove that they understood this concept, and say I could use 10 questions to fully explain their skills on this test, it doesn't need to be a 100 question test.
Exactly.
It can just be. So I see what you mean. It doesn't, because some of the life bars in Bloodborne, yeah, they can be pretty long.
And unnecessary, man.
I still love the game. I still really love it, and I love the feeling of it. I love that. I've been getting into Destiny, and I wish it was more about just the skill in playing it, and not like constantly having to upgrade everything all the time. Yeah. Always like, you get to level 40, now you got to get legendary weapons, and you got to collect this to get that, to get this, to get that. And it's this long sort of trading game and like slot machine show where everybody just wants to do something to like get that next piece of equipment. Whereas I like that about Bloodborne, that you didn't have to have great loot or guns or anything. It was just about the skill of it. And when you first play that, you'll die quite a lot in the first bit, and then once you get good at it, you just breeze through those first enemies. But I can see what you mean, like tweaking the bosses a bit to bring their health down, but I wonder if that would affect the incredible satisfaction you get when you do beat a boss in a game like that, in Bloodborne or Souls.
So I was going to talk about Zelda's Twilight Princess. Right?
Yeah, okay.
That final boss, if you know what you're doing, will take you maybe like 20 minutes or something, 10 to 20 minutes to beat.
That's still quite a lot of time.
My first playthrough of it took me 2 hours to figure out each sequence of it. Okay. But I didn't get pissed off at it, and I kept playing because I had to try something new. Like, okay, this is not working. Not that it's not effective, it's literally not working. What do I have to do to beat this boss? And once I figured that out, it would take 3 times, like the normal Nintendo formula.
Yeah.
Right?
Hey, it's like Hotline Miami. I never felt like I was cheated in any one of those rooms. It was just maybe trying something slightly different, or just paying more attention, or being more patient, or being faster.
Exactly, and knowing what about if I make the noise over here and get them to follow me here, and then I'll go around this way, and was that guy holding on to? Like, it might take you an hour to beat a level in that game, like a room in that game. But once you figure it out, you can get through it within 10 seconds.
Sure. That's how I actually felt with this game, too. Incredibly balanced. Every time, like that one death I had earlier on where I said, oh, that was fair. I really meant that. Like, I totally saw what I did. I know what I messed up. Yeah,
so, like, me saying, like, I don't like a Dark Souls or something, it's like, oh, you don't know games now. It's like, no, there's a certain expectation I have when I play games, and I don't want it to... I want it to expand my mind, maybe be a bit difficult. I just don't want it to be tedious. And
I see. Yeah, tedious is probably the biggest... Yeah, the word for what you're saying.
Yeah.
Like my explanation of that just now.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I accept that.
I was just so mesmerized by this game at the time when I was trying to talk.
Right?
But, I mean, games are just... I've had a huge problem with The Witcher and Batman Arkham Knight. And people have loved those games.
Yeah.
And they love the 100 hours they put into them. Can't stand it.
You know, there's this new term I actually just saw the other day that I love is one night game. You know?
Okay.
Which is essentially what this one is. Like, it might take 4 hours if you know what you're doing, right? Mm-hmm. It might take you 20 if you don't know what you're doing, right? But it could still be a one night endeavor. I don't want to play video games all the time. Yeah, exactly. Let's be done with it.
Just you want to come over and play Mario, and we'll beat it. You want to play this? We'll just like pass through it, have that experience with it.
Exactly.
Whereas, like when we were discussing what game should we play for this video, and I thought, how about Final Fantasy VII? I got one episode done, but you weren't too into that, and I can see why, because it's not a game you just like pop on and hang out in for, like a good game. You can put on and just like, oh, I got a half an hour to spare. Oh, I'll run through a bit of a game, and then the game is so good that it hooks you, and you end up, 3 hours later you're still playing it. A game like The Last of Us, one of my favorite game of the PS3 generation, other than maybe like Mass Effect 2. But it's still a game I've never really gone back to play because it's so dependent on the experience of it and the story.
It's like a one-time price tag.
Yeah, a lot of it is based on surprises and plot twists. It's like a horror movie. Watching by yourself over and over again is not fun. I'll play The Last of Us with other people who've never played it and show them the first sequence over and over again. But then it gets into the rest of the game, and if they want to continue on with that, they can go ahead. But I'm probably not going to be there. So I own The Last of Us Remaster after doing it on the PS3, but I just haven't really gotten past that opening sequence again, and I just kind of want to leave it like that.
Yeah, I haven't really played Last of Us. Like I played a bit of it, but yeah, it just didn't captivate me because it was one of those things where we were talking about with Final Fantasies, where it felt like if you took a step away from it, it was so story
absolutely
involved that you leave it for a week, you can't come back to it.
Yeah, you have to be right there in the journey with the characters. I've said this before on one of these shows, but my first experience with The Last of Us, I had to leave the country the next day. And my friend was bugging me so much about it, he wanted to talk to me about it. So I'm like, fine, I'll play the opening scene. And I was so hooked, I came back that night and I just stayed up all night and played it. And it felt like I was in the game because they're on this exhausting journey, like fighting for their life. And that's how I was, just like, gotta keep pushing on. It's 4 a.m. I gotta get to the end. And that was a great way to play it.
Yeah. No, I could see that. And it's definitely one of those games that do adhere to going through it at once without doing anything else in between.
You play Journey?
No.
That's one you can play in a sit down. It's about 2.5 hours.
Okay.
And it's there's no words in it. You figure out everything intuitively. Cool. It's a wonderful experience. I'd play that one with you. That's a great game. Oh, I think I have that. Yeah, we could do that game.
Yeah. This is why I need the map. See, I thought I didn't need the map. I thought it was too cool for the map. Then you can find the whistle, which you need to kill that enemy.
I don't know if you're just more confident now or you have the special suit, but this level seems definitely easier than the last one, like you said.
Oh, yeah, this world is easy. Like, this level is easier than level 4.
Yeah, I think they forgot.
Yeah.
The rooms seem bigger, there's less going on. It feels like...
And then this room happens. Wow. This is the room that you need to beat this level.
Is a microphone connected to the game system?
Yeah, right?
Oh, really?
Hey, you want to see what difficult is? Let's just throw you in a room with the same red guys, but now they're blue. How you gonna do?
Wow. This game is very mesmerizing to watch.
Ah!
Oh my gosh. Link is so fast.
Magic sword. Oh! Well, now I die.
You should have softened them up.
Okay. These rooms always bugged me as a kid. Oh.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
There's times to run away. Game teaches you a lot about fight or flight. Oh, yeah.
All right.
Finish you off. I'm not coming on your side.
Yeah, that's a great sample on that sword.
Huh?
A great sample, the great sound from that sword.
Oh, yeah. Just makes you feel so powerful.
Yeah, it's like nice and bassy. Oh, man, this is so Mega Man.
I thought this was going to be the whistle. Where am I now?
Yeah, Chris was telling me about that the whistle in Mario 3 is like an homage to the whistle in this one.
Yeah. Oh. Hate these guys. I hate.
Jesus.
Oh.
This is like playing real-time chess. And you only have a pawn left. A plucky little
pawn
pawn.
has a lot of lives. But
yeah. 8 pawns. Whoa. God, nowhere to run. I think these guys are blind.
Sorry if you guys are hearing a lot of exasperation. This is very stressful.
Maybe you should just be hitting them from like far away. From
yeah,
the back.
but then they come at you too, right? So
I
you gotta
see.
like once they start coming towards you, you gotta keep yourself like a good 2 squares away from them.
Yeah.
Because they turn on a dime. Like these guys are really annoying.
Oh.
For that.
So do you find this room tedious?
No. This is stressful. Very stressful.
Nice. Just playing the box. Going around the corner. Saving that heart. That's smart.
Well, I don't need it. Can't you tell I have full health?
I can tell, but I just think almost instinctively I might have just grabbed it, not even thinking. Sort of jumped on that heart.
Yeah, but you might need it later.
Take this heart. You'll need it.
This is the whistle. Yeah.
Oh.
Right, everyone. You can use the boomerang diagonally. Now that actually...
What does the whistle do?
It makes the boss smaller so you can hurt him. Yeah, without that, you can't beat this temple.
Wow. Good thing they have that whistle in the castle that he's in.
Right? I thought he was in World 3, so I almost left and... Oh, sweet. I used a key to go into a room to grab a key. Wait, can I use a bomb?
Tedious.
Yeah, but 2 seconds of tedious, not like an hour of tedious. You know?
Just a little joke.
Yeah.
Aw, he gave up.
Yeah, well, he's got to rest, man.
Yeah, well, because his friends weren't there. Not so tough anymore, are you,
He's
bat?
like, well, could you leave me alone? The door's already open. No. Tried to kill me.
Whoa.
And,
Hey, have you been playing StarCraft 2?
no, I haven't actually.
There's a bunch of free modes. We can play multiplayer together.
Can we?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, with the use map settings stuff?
I don't know, but there's just like, I don't know the details, but I think it's either multiplayer aspects or the campaign. As long as you and me are playing together, you play with people you know, you can play for free.
What?
Oh, wait a second, I don't have a PC. So, you can do that with
Works on
somebody
Mac.
else.
On Mac.
Huh?
Blizzard game works on Mac.
I don't know if we could do Mac to PC, though.
Yeah.
Really? Crossover?
Yeah.
Oh, Blizzard.
Blizzard is great.
Blizzard warms my heart.
Oh my god, there's such good developers.
Yeah, there's that special echelon of developers that have fuck you money. And they do what they want, and they take the time, and they realize that if you don't put out a game every year, people will actually care about it.
Yeah. Which a lot of people find annoying, but they've been doing a good job with putting out stuff.
Yeah, they put out,
once
they
a
just
year.
rotate through the IPs.
Yeah, well, now they have like 6 IPs.
Yeah.
Because they got Diablo, Hearthstone, which is huge.
Yeah.
Huge money-making game.
And Heroes of the Storm.
Heroes of the Storm, another like quasi-good. Their money-making game from that is advertising, because it's desk
Right.
kind of game, right? So,
And it's not just Blizzard, it's Blizzard Activision.
yeah.
So they're a goddamn powerhouse.
Right.
But in terms of actually like games they develop, they don't rush anything.
No. Like they have a certain amount of teams doing everything.
Because they build IPs that want to make a game that has legs.
Yeah.
They want to make every game like StarCraft.
Like once I hope I get into the beta for Overwatch, just so then I can tell you guys how it is.
Oh, that
'cause-
sounds amazing.
Yeah, have you heard about
I remember
this
when
one?
you first showed me Battleborn, I wasn't really that into it, but the more I've looked at Overwatch, I think that might be more my speed.
Yeah.
Blizzard has a way of kind of taking great ideas and smoothing it out into they're like Apple.
Battleborn, it looks interesting.
Yeah, I think they both could be really great, but Overwatch just happened to be the one if I had to pick one right now. But
Yeah, because I've never actually played Battleborn.
Battleborn? Right.
Right? Can't go into those waters.
No.
But yeah, Overwatch does look good, and a lot of people when it first came out, because they had BlizzCon Did they announce it at BlizzCon last year? I believe something like that. And everyone's like, "Oh, it looks like
PC
Team
conference." Yeah.
What?
So that's like the biggest PC conference.
It's BlizzCon's conference,
Right.
right? So.
But I can't think of any other conference that's just about mostly PC games.
Although
Overwatch is coming to PS4, isn't it? Or is that Battleborn?
No, that both of them.
Wow. And,
Yeah.
and one of them's, are they both free to play?
No,
Overwatch is free to play?
no,
Oh, yeah, it is.
not for PlayStation,
Right.
right? Because there's the way that one works is on the PC.
Oh, it is the same flute song.
Yeah. On the PC, there's like different sets you can buy that come with a certain amount of heroes. Whereas on PlayStation, you have to buy like the full game. You get all the heroes, right? That was their difference, which I'm okay with. You know, if you're gonna make me buy the game, have the full game, right?